So Viz Media is on Twitter and they're doing their license announcements. So I wanted to just do a video and kind of see, what they got going on. First up, it's a Minecraft manga. So, not for me, but there's a Minecraft manga. If you're interested, there you go. Next up, we have RuriDragon. I actually don't know. For some reason, this cover seems familiar. But either way, it's a story about a girl who wakes up one day and finds horns on her head. And as this says, hey, it's hard enough being a normal high school girl. But now she's half dragon? That's how they said it. It's question mark, exclamation point. Half dragon? It releases spring 2025. This one I definitely knew was coming. It's Kaiju number 8, the B-side, which is kind of a side character story, little stories with the side characters. You learn about them and things like that. I haven't checked it out. It has been on the Shonen Jump app for a while now. Kaiju number 8, that anime, is really popular for them. So I am not surprised at all with these kind of side stories with that IP. That totally makes sense. That's also spring 2025. Okay, this one I am very excited for. The Climber. Okay, I have heard about The Climber. I have scanned through the internet and I've read a little bit of it, but I had a feeling that this was going to get announced. I didn't really know when, but not only is the artwork really jaw-dropping, but the story revolves around a kid, and it's kind of through his life. So it's kind of his experience with loneliness, depression, and he picks up this hobby of climbing from his high school, and then it throughout his life, and kind of as he becomes a professional climber. And I have heard nothing but amazing things about this story. For it to get a physical release, I'm incredibly excited for The Climber to come out in spring 2025. I do wish it was holiday 2024, but spring 2025. It's cool to finally get that announcement. Next up, I don't know what this is. Dr. Mashirito's, I probably pronounced that wrong, but that's fine. We'll keep going. Ultimate Manga Techniques. One, I like this cover. This cover is super nice. Like, kind of fun. It's got Goku on there, and he's punching the guy in the robot. But it's learn how to make manga from past editor-in-chief of Weekly Shonen Jump, Torishima, who collaborated with masters of the craft. That's cool. I think I will definitely check this out. I think it's really cool, and I hope Shonen Jump and Viz or any other publishers or manga establishments, anything to get a kind of behind the scenes, and definitely having a book about the craft of manga is super interesting to me. And I'm not going to become a manga artist. I can barely draw in general, but it's cool that they are trying these types of things. Next up, the ninja adventures continue in this second series featuring Naruto's son, Boruto. Yeah, so it's Boruto. I haven't read Boruto. I've been rereading Naruto though, and it's pretty good. Do you guys know? Naruto, pretty good. But yeah, Boruto 2 Blue Vortex. So it's Boruto story. If you like Boruto, there it is. Boom. There you go. Then we have Firefly Wedding. The story seems to be Satoku must marry into wealth, but in order to survive the assassin who's after her, she asks him to marry her. What? Don't do that. Don't do that. Her proposal isn't sincere, but unfortunately for her, Shinpei loves as intensely as he kills. Well, Firefly Wedding. Spring 2025. Why are none of these are holiday 2024? All spring 2025. Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, so love story. She asks the person that's trying to assassinate her to marry her. Could be cool. I don't know anything about it. Let me know in the comments if you're a big Firefly Wedding fan. Is it good? I don't know. First I'm hearing about it. So this looks like a light novel of One Piece. One Piece Heroines. So it's a short story collection following the female characters of the One Piece. Listen, I don't know if you know this. One Piece is a huge brand for Viz Media, manga in general. It's very popular. I don't know if you can tell, people like One Piece. So, you know, not surprised. But in all seriousness, it's always odd to me if you see One Piece type stories not written by Oda, because One Piece and Oda, he's the creator of One Piece, you know what I mean? But here's the thing, those characters, and if someone can get the voices of those characters right, I think you can have a great story. And Nami, Vivi, Robin, Perona, all of them are incredible characters. So following them on their own adventures could be absolutely fun. It's a light novel, so it's got words in it, if you're interested in that. Some illustrations, but mostly words. Next up, we have Hunter x Hunter 3-in-1s. This surprises me. This very surprised me. Okay, I own 0 Hunter x Hunter volumes. I've checked out the anime a little bit. Maybe this might get it. It'll probably be similar to, like, you know, the Attack on Titan 3-in-1s, the Noragami 3-in-1s. But what's surprising is Hunter x Hunter, very popular IP. Why not do the box set? That's the thing. But cool. Like, I feel like this could be a cool, cheaper way for someone to collect all of Hunter x Hunter. And especially, you know, with Togashi back at it. I know you've seen this. He's back. It could be a good way to maybe not have to wait for reprints of the single volumes. You can get these 3-in-1s for cheaper and kind of, you know, in your collection that way. But to not do the box set for Hunter x Hunter it's odd. Come back to this video. I'm going to make a bet with you right now. Hunter x Hunter will have a box set. Don't know when, but I bet it will. Okay, so this has been on the Shonen Jump app too, and I have browsed it on the Shonen Jump app. This does not surprise me. The creator of Golden Kamuy, they are releasing his other series, DogsRed, which is a hockey series. I've read a few chapters, like I said, on the Shonen Jump app. It's fun. It's kind of cool. I will probably pick up these volumes physically. And the story of DogsRed is, after an outburst that left him banned from figure skating, Ro joins an underdog hockey team. Ro's never played ice hockey, but he sure knows his way around the rink. Yeah, it's cool. Like, this dude goes from like ice skating, figure skating to a hockey player, and I don't know. Yeah, that is definitely one that I will pick up when it gets physically released. This one I know nothing about. Tokyo Alien Bros. 1, I like the cover. 2, the story, the premise seems aliens walk among us. But they're just 2 bros hanging out in Tokyo, tasked with colonizing Earth. Adapting to this new life might be harder than imagined. Okay, I could be into this. So it seems like, again, I don't know anything about this, but it seems like it is a series of some aliens that come down to Earth, and they're like, you know what, we're just going to hang out in Tokyo. A slice of life comedy series about some aliens trying to, like, fight against their mission to colonize Earth, because they're just like, this place is crazy. They have so much cool stuff here. Listen, let's just hang out. Let's just hang out, have a good time. They have a Shiba Inu with them. They're having a great time. I wonder if that's also an alien. But yeah, just from the cover alone, I'm going to pick this up. This seems like it could be very, very fun if it's not played like super seriously and kind of a slice of life comedy series. Then we also have the Liminal Zone Volume 2, which is apparently the part 2 of the short story by Junji Ito. Spring 2025. All of these have been spring 2025 so far, if I have forgotten to say it throughout this thing, which again is a little surprising. Maybe their last announcement was about fall. But yeah, Junji Ito, short stories, volume 2. So if you're a fan of Junji Ito, Liminal Zone Volume 2 coming your way, spring 2025. That cover looks wild though. I'm not the biggest Junji Ito fan, but his covers are always so good. Next up we have, in this standalone story, Teiko and Yamato head to college, where a series of ominous events occur. Will this chapter in their life end with, I can't say that on YouTube, My Love Story Volume 14, with art by the My Love Mix-Up. Let me know in the comments if this is any good. The guy on the cover seems excited to be there. So, cool. Wait a minute. This cover, hold on. This cover, ooh, I like this cover a lot. Takara's never felt jealousy over any of her boyfriends. Then her middle school crush, Emma, re-enters her life as a married woman. Can Takara find happiness with Emma, or is she 20 years too late? And that is Pink Candy Kiss, spring 2025. Listen, I mean, it seems like, you know, a story that we've seen in these types of manga before, but that cover alone makes me very interested to check out this artwork. Pink Candy Kiss, okay. But it doesn't have a volume 1, but it does have a 1 on the cover. So I don't know if this is, maybe it's just a one-shot? Could be. Don't know. Could be. And we also have Fantasy and Adventure Await in this deluxe hardcover film comic based on Studio Ghibli's Spirited Away. Oh, yeah. I think they announced this before, or it's been known before. But yeah, it's like a hardcover of Spirited Away. Coming spring 2025. Oh! Yep. This is the announcement we've been waiting for. Right here, right now. This charming cookbook invites you to recreate the delicious foods seen in the Studio Ghibli film My Neighbor Totoro. My Neighbor Totoro, the official cookbook, releases spring 2025. Hey, wait a minute. I'm kind of in. Hear me out. I'm kind of in. Tell you why, I've always wanted to do a video of cooking, like cooking anime foods. I'm going to do that with this book. I'm saying it right now. Spring 2025, come back to this channel. My Neighbor Totoro cookbook cooking video. That's what we're doing. I've decided. Just decided right now. Let's go. Okay, I am very excited. Ugh. All right. So, Asano, the creator of Goodnight Punch, has been working on a new manga that I have been wanting to check out, and I haven't been able to check out. But it looks like it's getting a physical release in spring 2025. Mujina Into the Deep. Some of this artwork and stuff that I've seen on the internet from this series has got me incredibly excited to check it out and read it. And it is, I figured it was coming, but it's cool to finally like get that announcement. And I really like this cover. I think this cover is super unique and cool. And then it looks like we have A Star Brighter Than the Sun. The story seems to be Sei has always been taller and stronger, while her childhood friend Koki is the opposite. But then comes his high school glow up. Sei will have to confront her growing feelings for Koki. A Star Brighter Than the Sun releases spring 2025. Once again, I don't know anything about this series. If it is good, and you know, Koki's glow up was pretty good, let me know in the comments and I'll check it out. But yeah, I don't know anything about this series. And it looks like we also have a kind of one-shot collection from the creator of Spy Family. Journey back to the 2000s with this standalone collection of dark and gritty one-shots from creator Tatsuya Endo, called Four Lives Remain, Tatsuya Endo Before Spy Family. Releases spring 2025. Again, I've said this earlier in this video, I think it's cool when we can kind of see the history of some of these creators, you know, because a lot of manga authors have a bunch of like one-shots or series that didn't catch on or failed series before, you know, in popular culture, they kind of have this explosion in popularity. So it's always cool and good, in my opinion. They've done it with Junji Ito a lot and things like that, where you can kind of go back and see their past work, especially from creator from Spy Family. Yeah, and dark and gritty one-shots. So could be something completely different than his popular series, Spy Family. So that could be exciting. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I did not know there was going to be a BeyBlade manga announcement, but here we are. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. BeyBlade returns when an amateur teams up with a champion, vowing to rise to the top. BeyBlade X, with the story by the person who wrote Kataguri and art by Promise Neverland artist. Releases spring 2025. Let it rip, dude. BeyBlade. Let's go. Resurgence of BeyBlade happening now. That could be cool. It could be cool. It could be cool. Listen, it could be cool. Okay, now this one, I know people have been waiting on, and it's in the background. You could see it, but Vagabond Definitive Edition. Oh, when I tell you they have the opportunity to make some of the coolest covers with this Definitive Edition. Oh, buddy. Yes. Listen, I know I own the Viz. That's fine. The Definitive Edition? It's going to be here. Oh, spring 2025. Vagabond Definitive Editions. I didn't think, but oh man. Now, it's getting announced, and they're just now doing digital after this, but I was really hoping for a slam dunk, like 2-in-1 Full Metal Edition, but maybe next time. But Vagabond Definitive Editions, that's really, really cool. Now, for the digitals, they first announced Doron Dororon. I know I didn't pronounce it, and I have even made a video on this a long time ago. And I probably didn't pronounce it right in that video either, but it is very much similar to Bleach. Wannabe monster slayer, wants to become a samurai to help defend humanity, but he has no supernatural energy. That'll change when he meets a kind-hearted spirit, very much like the cone for Ichigo. It is very Bleach similar to me. In full transparency, I haven't stayed current with it. It just lost me along the way, but the first handful of chapters were super interesting, and I think that if you enjoy Bleach, you should definitely check it out when it's released this fall. Then we have Ichigoki's Under Control. This sounds incredible. So Ichigoki, I don't know how I'm going to say this on YouTube. He, no longer with us. Well, I'm going to say it. No longer with us. Just as he's about to enter high school, and he wakes up as a cyborg, which is awesome. Which is awesome that he wakes up as a cyborg. I'm going to be honest with you. And he's piloted by Miso, his microscopic childhood friend residing in his head. Ichigoki's Under Control sounds awesome. I've never heard of this until right this minute. It's being released digitally fall of 2024. But this sounds great. This sounds really cool. Like, the dude's going into high school, doesn't make it into high school, but now he's a cyborg controlled by his microscopic friend. It's one of those times where you just read a synopsis and you're immediately in for this manga. This is Ichigoki's Under Control. I'm in. I'm in 100%. Never heard of it until just now. Cover looks cool. I kind of wish it was physical and not digital, but that's a whole other thing. I will definitely be checking this out. Man, cool. Then we have Wild Strawberry, which I have done a video on this. It's super, super cool. It's been on the Shonen Jump app for a while. It's kind of like Tokyo is taken over by like these very Last of Us, like plant parasite things. But yeah, it's some of the artwork is really incredible. The landscapes and kind of like that overgrown Tokyo plant landscapes. We've seen it before, but it's really well done in this manga. And I'm not going to spoil anything because in the first few chapters, let's just say the story goes places in the first few chapters. You'll definitely know if you're in for Wild Strawberry after about, let's say, chapter 5. So cool that it's getting official release on the Shonen Jump app right now. And then we have Do Retry, which is in post-war Japan, orphan Akame enters an underground Yakuza boxing league to survive. Cover looks really cool. And I think I always like it when manga sets in, like a post-war Japan or a different era of Japan. I don't know, it's got a special place for me besides current day. And if it can do really good boxing fight scenes, because I think a lot, especially with shonen and stuff, it's so overpowered, gods fighting gods, that just two dudes duking it out in like a ring. If those fight scenes are done really, really well, this could be awesome. This could be really, really cool. And then we have Ginka and Gluna. Gluna possesses an incredible aptitude for magic. Alas, her isolation hinders her from being acknowledged. That is until Ginka, a former magician turned snowman, enters. Ginka and Gluna. Coming fall 2024. It looks like, kind of like a magical girl. She's friends with a magician who's now a snowman for some reason. Could be cool. I don't know. And this is another one that I think I've heard of. Shojo Null. I feel like I have either seen the artwork or heard someone talk about this before. But the story is when robots known as Ginjin start to display sentience in the 23rd century, humans will have to answer for their injustices. But like the artwork. Something about the artwork that I feel like I've seen before. It's releasing digitally, fall 2024. This seems really familiar, and that cover looks cool. So definitely something that I will check out. Again, listen, if you see behind me, I like to collect stuff physically. So the digital announcements, while it's cool they have the license because maybe down the way it'll get physically released, I'm a little less excited about the digital stuff, but still cool that these series are kind of getting acknowledged and getting licensed this way. And that's it. Those are the announcements that Viz made today. Like I said, I was really hoping, because we had been seeing like the Slam Dunk Reel and Vagabond stuff all get reprinted, and they announced the Vagabond Definitive Edition. I was really hoping for a Slam Dunk, like 2-in-1 Full Metal Edition. I will wave that flag until it happens. That is one of the only reasons that I have not physically started collecting Slam Dunk, because I just feel it in my bones. They're going to do that one. At least I hope so. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and let's talk in the comments down below which ones are you most excited about that they announced today. As always, I hope if you're having a bad day, it gets better. If you're having a good day, it becomes fantastic. I'll see you next time.